Good evening. Happy Tuesday, December the 14th, and the year is 2021. 2021. So, hey, first I want to say thank you to everyone who wished my beautiful daughter, Kenna, a happy birthday today on my post. Thank you. That means the world to me. It means the world to her. She is 16 years old today. Absolutely mind boggling to me that she's 16. Hey, can you guys hear me okay? This is showing that I have a bad signal. Can you hear me okay? Drop a one in the comments if you can hear me, please. Ernie, Luke Aberley, what's going on? Facebook user, hello. Her name is Kenna, Kenna. Okay, so yeah, she's celebrating her sweet 16. Just mind-boggling to me. Frank Crenetti's here? Come on, man. Frank isn't here. Frankie, are you in the house, brother? So Linda Ann Barber, is it Measle? Linda Measle? Oh, there you are, wingman. What? No way. I need to call him, dude. I didn't know that. What the heck? I was thinking about calling him today, too. Wow. He's going to be all right. Frank's a tough guy. He's really a tough dude. So, Mark Rodriguez, my brother, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Wow, I can't believe Frank's in the hospital with COVID. I need to reach out to him. Hey, Carrie Lynn Carter, how are you? Carrie Lynn. I can't call you Carrie. I just don't know how to call you Carrie, just Carrie. So it's Carrie Lynn. Robert Brooker, dude, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, we're all going to be praying for you, Frank. Frank, if you're watching, listening, we're going to be praying for you. I'm going to call you too, bro. So, you know, this book, as you guys have all heard me talk about Rami Al-Batrawi, that was on my show, and then he came to the Grow Live Academy and literally blew everybody away. It was life-changing for me, for everybody. He wrote this book called Can You Really Think and Grow Rich? And if you don't have a copy of Can You Really Think and Grow Rich, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Okay. I'm just being real. So let me tell you, chapter 1 of this book, just by itself, if you took chapter 1 by itself and applied it to your life, everything in your life would change for the better dramatically. And I want to tell you that this right here, chapter 1, he talks about the final chapter of Think and Grow Rich, not Can You Really Think and Grow Rich, but Think and Grow Rich. The final chapter identifies the common excuses for not succeeding in life or for failing to even start on the road to success. So many people, I've been guilty of it myself. So many people fail to take action. An opportunity comes along, something happens, and then immediately the brain goes into overdrive with excuses. Mine's done it my whole life. The super successful people in this world, and I mean super successful people in this world, they don't make excuses. They do not. Rami talked about, he's like, I wake up, he goes, I sleep 2-3 hours a night, and I wake up in the middle of the night. I have a business idea, and by the end of the day, that business is up and running. I don't mess around. I go. I go. Grant Cardone, I've heard him say it a million times. When you're going through hell, stomp on the gas. When you have an idea, mash the gas pedal. You got to go. Too many people get caught up in the weeds right here. They get caught up in the weeds of their excuses and their alibis. Look, chapter 1, no excuses, no alibis. Get this book, Think and Grow Rich by Rami El-Batrawi. I am telling you, like, for example, here's an example. The guy's a billionaire. Okay. He was worth over $1 million at 17 years old after being homeless since the age of 12. By the age of 23, he had a net worth of $50 million. By the age of 32, he had $1 billion cash to his name and ended up losing all of it. Long fight with the government. Long story. You got to watch the interview and you got to read the book. He goes into great detail in the book. And then he gets it all back and he's bigger and better than he ever has been in his entire life. At 60 years old, he's a billionaire again. Like, my webcam's a bit foggy. Well, let's fix that right now. No excuses. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm still here. I'm just wiping this thing off. Is that any better? Is that better? Am I clear? So listen. Drop your excuses and your alibis. I've done it. Like, something will happen, a good opportunity comes along or something, whatever. I need to make a decision on something. And what do? I go into overdrive and making up alibis. Or if I have a big win, immediately my brain will, not as much now. It has in the past, but it'll go into, oh gosh, now how do I protect what I have? How do I protect it? How do I keep it? How do I make this grow? And instead of saying, you know what? Let's just keep creating. Let's keep going. Let's keep having ideas. Let's keep bashing on the gas pedal. Smash it. I'm telling you. Oh, you ordered the hardcover? Dude, I ordered the paperback version. I got it. I ordered it from Rami's website, which is canyoureallythinkandgrowrich.com. Somebody type that in the comments for me, please. Canyoureallythinkandgrowrich.com, and you'll get it in a couple of days. When I ordered the paperback from Amazon, I got it in a couple of days as well. I will tell you that I also ordered the Kindle version, which I read on my what do you call it? The iPad. I read it on my iPad. So, like, look, you've got to mash on the gas. You've got to stop with excuses. You've got to mash on the gas. You got to stop with the alibis. When your brain starts telling you that you can't do something or that you're going to lose what you have, go. So what? Keep going. Look, I'm not saying just go out there and be a madman and make no plans at all. But like, too many people spend too much time planning and not enough time doing. Too much time planning and not enough time doing. And that gap of time between when you have an idea and you actually start the idea, that planning, somebody else could come along and bam, they took your idea and they're off to the races. Somebody like me, if I hear it and there's no, if it's in my wheelhouse, I'm on it, man. I'm going. I don't care. You can sit around and plan all the rest of your life. I don't care. I'm going. I'll figure it out along the way. And I know a lot of other people like that. The most successful people that I've ever known in my life. Mark Victor Hansen calls me, and I'm partnered with Mark Victor Hansen in the Mark Victor Hansen Library Publishing Company. Calls me, hey, we got this idea. We're going to do this thing, blah, 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 blah. And we already have 30 people signed up. It was crazy. I'm like, really? Yeah, we haven't even launched the website yet. 30 people. I said, dude, that's crazy. A week later, the website's launched. After that, he's calling me, hey, let's go. Let's do this. And it's like, bam, 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 bam. It's like, go. And the most successful people I know. These are my mentors. These are friends of mine, people that I look up to, people I respect, people that I love, people that are teaching me how to get out of my own way. And too many people put up these roadblocks. They call them roadblocks, but you know what it is? It's right there. It's in the head. It's all right there. Our brains start making alibis for why we can't succeed, why we can't do something. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose this money. If I invest this, then this is going to happen. And no, you got to go. You got to mash on the gas. No excuses. No, here's a couple of excuses that he said. Here's some of the ifs identified in Think and Grow Rich that are used as alibis. They are lightly edited. If I didn't have a spouse and a family, if I only had someone to help me. You ever use that one? Oh, I would do it, but I just don't have, I don't have enough bandwidth. I don't have enough time. Grant Cardone says, you know what? The number one lie that we tell ourselves is I don't have the time. I don't have enough time. Number one lie. How many times have you said, oh boy, I sure wish I could do that. I just haven't had the time. I just haven't had the time. Come on, man. If I told you come down here right now, drive to Marion, Ohio, where I am, I have a $10 million check for you. You would make the time. Somebody like Ramey probably wouldn't. He'd be like, no, dude, I already made that today. But look, time is, and I'm kidding. Yeah, I think he would come for 10 million. Maybe not. He'd be like, can you just wire like that? But like, you think about, no, he would come for 10 million. You would make the time. You would show up. Corey says, who wants to drive? I just remembered that I got to be careful. My mouse needs recharged. I just remembered it gave me a warning and I forgot to plug it in. Whoops. Take responsibility. That was my fault. Carrie said, on my way. Time is the number one excuse. It is. It's the number one excuse. Hang on. Let me see if this trackpad will fire up here. Oh, it did. No, it didn't. Daggone it. It needs batteries. Connection lost. All right. So pick me up, yo. Is that an Apple? Who charges a mouse? Yes, I charge the mouse right there. I plug it in. It's definitely an Apple for sure. So look, you have to mash on the gas. One time, Grant Cardone and I were on a phone call. And I said, dude, all this stuff's going wrong. This is going wrong. And blah, 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 blah. He's like, you'll get through it. And I go, I know. And I just wanted somebody to feel sorry for me. And he wouldn't. He would not. And he's like, look, dude, you got to start getting creative, man. Start creating. He said, my mom told me one time, when you're going through hell, stomp on the gas. So stomp on the gas, man. And I'm not saying you don't have to be going through hell. Maybe you want to avoid hell. Maybe you're driving past it. Maybe you want to avoid it. How about that? Mash on the gas, stomp on the gas, get through it, get around it, start creating, start building. I think one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves, besides I don't have the time, I think the biggest lie is I do have the time. I'll get to it. I'm going to get to that tomorrow. I'm going to get to that next week. Yeah, I'm going to get started on that, man. First of the year rolls around. Woo! Look out, 2022. Here we come. Come on, man. How many times have you said that? What was 2019 like? What about 2017? What about 2015? What about those years? Did you say the same thing? Be honest. Not with me. Be honest with you. You can lie to me all you want. I don't care. It ain't going to bother me. It doesn't affect me in any way. That's on you. You got to take action, man. Take action. Here's a couple of others. I'm not going to read Ramey's entire book to you. You need to go get a copy of Can You Really Think and Grow Rich? I mean, he comes right out. He comes off the freaking the ropes at you, man. Like, here's all the excuses. If I had enough pull, if I only embraced past opportunities. No, here's an old saying. There's no sadder word from tongue nor pen, but these four words, what might have been. Let it go. Let it go. I literally was sitting at a stop sign tonight. We went over. Abigail sang and she sings in the choir at school. She had a Christmas thing that was where they sang Christmas for Christmas. What's it called? A program, Christmas program. I'm sitting at the stop sign as we're coming home, and there's this car in front of us with a license plate that said RIP something, somebody's initials. And I was like, I looked at my wife and I said, wow. I mean, they are really living in the past. I'm not saying that it's not an honorable thing to mourn the loss of a loved one, but man, you put it on your license plate, that's literally following you. Skylar, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. For me, like, I'm not putting RIP to, I can't, like, man, I feel like that just keeps you stuck in the past on your license plate. I just can't, I can't see that for me personally. And I felt like, man, I'd like to have a conversation with that person and find out. There's Victoria. Let it go. Let it go. I love that song. I love that song. It's from Frozen. What's that woman's name? Adina Menzel. Is that her name? I would like to have a conversation with that person that has RIP whoever on their license plate, because I would just like to find out. I'd like to hear, like, why did you decide to make that a license plate? Yeah, that's true, Victoria. You could be right about that. That's true. Maybe it was the moment that defined their growth and future. I think Sandy, anyone puts me on a license plate, my gosh, I just won the lottery. That's so funny. But we get stuck in our past stories. We get stuck in these things that that aren't even part of us anymore. The only existence they have is up here in our freaking imaginations and our minds. And it's not necessary. But and I think the only way to get past fear of doing something is do it. Do it. Or if you can avoid it for the rest of your life and it's really something that you feel like is life threatening, then don't do it and get it out of your mind. But like when you have time, and Grant said this when I interviewed Grant Cardone right after he did Undercover Billionaire, the TV show. I said, yeah, but dude, I mean, it's never too late, right? He said, I don't know. It might be. It might be. People are walking around here living like they're going to live forever. It might be too late. What if it's too late? Seriously, what if it's too late for you? That's sad to me. But here's the thing. If you're watching me on this live stream, number one, I'm not somebody that lives in that mindset. Number two, I'm an encourager. I like to see people win. Number three, you need to stomp on the gas in your life. I don't care if you are a billionaire. I don't care if your name is Rami El Batrawi. Rami would tell you right now, he's always looking for the next billion. Although he's on vacation, some tropical place somewhere right now for the rest of the year. But you have to hit number 4, review 1, 2, and 3. It's true. You've got to go. Like, you got to quit playing. Ernie, I know you're one of the top salespeople, and I know in your Belize and Costa Rica. Shaka Dyson, my man, my brother from another mother, right there. I gotta tell you guys something. I spend more time on Zoom meetings with that man right there. If you're not following Shaka Dyson, it's time for you to stand up and recognize, because that dude right there, woo! I spend more time with him on Zoom meetings than anybody else in the world. He'll tell you that. That is the truth, because we think alike. That he's partners with Grant Cardone. His training is on Grant Cardone's training platform for the automotive industry. Shaka is the man. The man. So click the little thing and follow Shaka Dyson right now. You won't regret it. He will fire you up. You won't even be, you get on the phone with Shaka Dyson, you won't be able to sleep that night, for real. Theodora says, honestly, I'm working on something bigger than myself right now. So I did put everything away for the next week. It's not an excuse. It's something I have to do. You know what they say? They say if you say it's not an excuse, it probably is. Sorry. It's just like when somebody says, well, to be honest with you, what do you mean? Were you lying to me all the other times before now? So it's not an excuse. It's something I have to do in order to achieve what I want to do. It might sound like I'm making excuses, but when you go, you leave everything behind, right? No, not necessarily. No, you don't have to leave everything behind. I mean, you got to look. Let's say that Theodora, for example, I know you're in the financial services industry. You have teams of people working with you that you're responsible for training, motivating, getting them out there working, right? So, I mean, unless it's something totally different that you want to do, do increase your frequency of meetings with these people. If you're having one meeting a week, make it a one meeting every single day. Increase the frequency. If you're having one meeting every single day, have a after work meeting where you follow up to find out increase your frequency. When I say mash on the gas, I mean mash on the gas. When it's time to post on social media, when you're doing social media posts, go get attention, man. I was trying to give some friendly, I don't know, advice to somebody today. And I said, you got to get attention. And then somebody came back and said, yeah, from the right audience. Okay, I get, we're talking semantics. I have a blue check mark next to my name on Facebook for a reason. And I'm not saying that in a bragging way, but I know what I'm talking about. You got to get attention. The right audience will weed itself out, and you'll have the right audience. But get attention now as fast as you can, as much as you can. Like, get attention from everybody you can get attention from. If, let's say, you're in the financial services industry and you're like, well, I don't want to talk to, I don't know, maybe you don't want to talk to 90-year-olds for whatever reason. I don't know. Why? Those 90-year-olds, number one, they have an interesting story. They're human beings. They have a heart. They love. They want to be loved. Why not? And those 90-year-olds also have people in their lives that might be in your demographic. I remember, let me tell you a story. There was this little old lady that nobody wanted to go see in this company I used to own. And it was to do a home security system, because little old ladies were just more difficult to get them to say yes. It was just more difficult. And my salespeople didn't want to do it. So they're taking all the other appointments. This was the last one. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go out and talk to her. I'd never met her. I'll go out and talk to her. And so I go out there and I talk to her. Well, I actually got her to buy a home security system. She needed one. And here's what's really cool. After she signed up, a couple of days later, I got a call from City Hall. City Hall. The mayor of Charleston, West Virginia, wanted to talk to me. I was like, what the heck's the mayor calling me for? I get on the phone with him and he said, hey, Ken, I really appreciate you taking care of my mother last night. I said, what? What are you talking about? And he said her name. And I went, oh my gosh, are you serious? That's your mom? Why wouldn't she tell me that her son's the mayor of the freaking capital city of West Virginia? Guess what happened? The mayor got a security system from me as well, upgraded the old one he had, and then the referral. You know what that did for my business? And none of those goofy, I'll keep it clean. Those goofy salespeople didn't want to go talk to the little old lady because it was harder for them to get her to say yes. I said, I'll go talk to her. I took action. I didn't have the excuses. I didn't have the alibis that Ramey talks about. Get this book. God, if I could, I wouldn't buy it for anybody on here, by the way. I would not. Because if you're not invested in it, you're not going to read it. Don't tell me you will. You won't. And if you don't want to wait on it to get to you, get the Kindle version and read it on your iPad. It's unbelievable. So men won't live that long. Can't type, too old. That's funny. So look, you've got to invest in yourself and not just get the book and let it sit there. Get the book and read it. Get the book and read it. I've read this book twice now. I spent almost 7 hours with Ramey 2 weeks ago on a live stream, then in the GOOOO Live Academy, and he literally changed people's lives. There are people that were on that call that asked him questions, that participated in the call with us, that their lives will never be the same. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. They will live the rest of their lives thinking or saying out loud, Ramey actually said this and it changed my life. No excuses. 100. That's right. That's right. Pay to play. Sandy's got it. She's reading it. Good. Read it. And then read it again. And then read it again. And then take notes. Listen, I mean, all right. First off, drop the number 1 in the comments. Number 1, if you were on that call in the GOOOO Live Academy with Ramey. Just drop a number 1 in the comments if you would, please. Number 1, numero uno, because it literally rocked some lives in there. I see. Okay, so there's some ones. We've got Victoria, Sandy, Teodora, Jamie was on there. Yeah, Jamie, tell everybody in the comments how that paid off for you. Like, Jamie got really taken care of. That was amazing. So there were some, there were a lot more than 4 of us on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But whatever, there was a bunch. I had 30 people on the call. And there is no way that anybody that was on that call listened and asked questions. Did he drop a 2 if it absolutely blew your mind on that call? For real, drop the number 2 if it completely blew your mind being on that call. I know it did for me. If I could comment on here, I would. It won't accept my comment. Completely blew my mind. And I had already spent 2 hours with him on my show. I had spent, time on the phone with him and talking, and it completely rocked my mind. Look at all the 2s. Victoria, Sandy, Robert, Teodora. Completely a life-changing call. Look at this. Jamie came in. She was on for like the last 30 or 45 minutes, I think. She started asking questions, and she said, I'm in Vegas. She was in Vegas to see George Strait. And Ramey said, oh, he owns a show at the Virgin hotel in Las Vegas. Ramey does. He owns the show. It's his show. It's called 27. And Jamie's like, well, I'm in Las Vegas right now, but blah, 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 blah. And Ramey said, oh, you're in Vegas. He goes, you should go see my show. And she said, actually, I was thinking about going over there. Long story short, he provided her 3 VIP tickets to his show. And they almost got to meet for breakfast on Sunday, but he had to leave Vegas early. He had to fly out early. And she was at a conference as well, like a big conference, long 3-day conference. She was there, and she didn't make excuses. She showed up. She was late, but she still showed up. She showed up, and Ramey gave her VIP tickets to this thing. She ended up going to the show and was blown away by it. She was sending me video clips from it. It was so awesome. Oh, Ramey he's amazing, Tammy. He is absolutely amazing. And one of the things that he says in chapter 1 of Can You Really Think and Grow Rich? Look, I'm telling you, I don't make a dime off of you going to canyoureallythinkandgrowrich.com and buying this book. I don't make a single penny, not a penny. He's not paying me to talk about this. I was just sitting here thinking, I need to go live and talk about the alibis, because I have lived those alibis. I've lived those alibis where I was like, if I do this and I get this money and I get this, I've had it where I get a huge win, and then all of a sudden I start worrying about losing it. And I know a lot of people who are very, very wealthy that's what they work for, is to protect what they have, instead of building something better for the future, instead of building something better for the world, instead of building something better for, serving homeless people or whatever. Ramey's like, yeah, so I'm building, water treatment facilities in Africa and all of this other stuff that he's doing to give back to the world. Oh, it's by far the best interview I've ever had. By far. And no offense to anybody else. Tammy, you've been on my show. No offense to anyone else. But it was by far the best interview I've ever had. So, that's right. He invited you to an event that day. Yep. In downtown LA, but you couldn't make it. Yep. I love the gold key graphic throughout the book. Highlights important points. I know he is absolutely amazing. Jamie, you're right. He is amazing. And it's something for all of us to look at and go, am I, and really, here's the other thing. I think that people lie to themselves to rationalize and justify staying stuck, staying where they are, not growing too big. Glenn's talked about this before. Glenn Morshower, about the dirty dozen, well, don't get too big for your britches, boy. Like what? He, about how all these mind games that other people have planted in us that controls our lives on an unconscious level. And I'm telling you, exactly impressed by the response to why acquire all this wealth to serve the world in many different facets. He's a great human. He really is. He makes me think and do bigger. Yes, I agree. I miss Glenn too. He's been really, really busy. But look, I'm not talking about just creating wealth. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about just creating millions or billions of dollars. I'm talking about, if I said to you, there is a family of or families in this one area of your town, wherever you live, and there's 70 of them there, and they haven't eaten in 3 days, do you have the means to go feed them? Do you have the means without missing it? Do you have the means to go help them? And the answer for most people is, I could. It might be tight to try to feed them. I'm not talking about feeding them for one meal. I'm I'm talking about feeding them, making sure they're taken care of, getting them up and running, getting them going in life, getting them on track or back on track. Do you have the means? And do you have a goal that's about serving humanity like that? About serving the world like that? Like doing something really special, creating a legacy that's not just about money. Creating a legacy that's about how you help people, how you're serving the world. Like, are you doing that? Show up like Tina. Tina says here, hey, Tina, it's great to see you on here. We need to show up in our community. We do need to show up in our community. We need to show up in our community. And you could say, well, my community is planet Earth. Okay. What are you doing to help planet Earth? Abraham Lincoln said the best way to help the poor is not be one of them. What are you doing to make a splash in the universe? Because you know what? Time, as the Steve Miller Band said, time keeps on ticking. And you and I, we have an expiration date. And you don't know what that date is. None of us do. I mean, I had COVID. I was in the hospital 3 times. I'm not singing it. And the second time, they found an aneurysm in my aortic stem in my heart. I got to have that fixed here in the first quarter of 2022. But, you know, it really made me stop and think, man, I know I've said it a million times that I have an expiration date, that we all have an expiration date, but boy, that sure does make it real. Like, whoa, you know, and somebody said, hey, the good thing about having an aneurysm is if it pops, it's lights out instantly. There is zero suffering. It's over. And when I go, I hope it's that. Just get it over with. Let's go. So, you know, think about what you're doing to improve the world. What are you doing to make the world a better place? And even if you're doing some things to make the world a better place, what excuses do you have? What alibis are you making up? What alibis are you making up to hold you back from growing it bigger? What are the alibis? What are the excuses? It's 10:57 p.m. here on the East Coast, and I'm live helping people. Hopefully I'm helping. Hopefully I'm waking you up. And I don't mean from a long winter's nap. I'm talking about waking you up emotionally, mentally. Get up, wake up, let's go. You don't have the time you think. Grant Cardone said it to me on that. I said it to him. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. Look up Ken Wall's Grant Cardone. I said, yeah, but dude, I mean, if you're still here, it's not too late, is it? He said, I don't know. It might be. It might be too late. How does that make you feel? If you really stop, mute the TV. I know you're listening to me and watching me, and you got the TV going at the same time. Get really, really quiet. Sit in silence and really think about, what if it's too late? And if that really ticks you off to think that it's too late, then it's time to do something about it. And stop with your crappy excuses. Stop with your alibis that have held you down for your entire existence, and stomp on the freaking gas and go. Stop playing. You got to stop playing, man. This isn't a practice round. It's the real deal. You got to go. For those of you who are in here that have not joined the Grow Live Academy, Tammy Ann, my dear, tell Daryl you want to be in the Grow Live Academy. Go to that website and get signed up. It's easy peasy. Tammy Ann needs to be. Hey, everybody, tell Tammy she needs to be in the Grow Live Academy, and Daryl should get that as a birthday, a Christmas present for her right now, tonight. Cash in early. We have Thursday night. We have our weekly meeting. No need to ask for permission. Easier. Can I get an amen? It is so much easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. I agree with you. Victoria, we're right here. I'm with you. You really are missing out. You have no idea. You guys that aren't in there, like you don't even know. You don't even know. Everybody tell Tammy Ann she needs to get in there. So look, I love each and every one of you. I am so excited about life. I'm so excited about what's coming. Like, there are some really awesome things happening. Doug Wing is coming to my house. Doug Wing. I mean, he could go anywhere in the world, maybe even this galaxy that he wants for Christmas. He could go anywhere. I mean, he sold Little Giant Ladder Company. I think it was more than $500 that he got for it. And the dude is like a brother to me, and he's coming to my home, and he's going to hang out with me and my family for a few days. And I am beside myself excited about that. And, my mama has taught me that all my life. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. And so Doug's coming here for Christmas, and I have Brian Tracy is going to be on my show. The Brian Tracy just blows my mind. But when I started the show 3.5 years ago, I said, I want Brian Tracy on this show. Like, I need to have Brian Tracy's CDs, The Psychology of Selling and The Psychology of Success. Those two courses, I wore the CDs out driving around listening to those. They impacted my life. And here's the crazy thing is I don't even remember all the teachings in them. I remember a few things from it. And I remember how it impacted my life. It made me Zig Ziglar, who I have Tom Ziglar on Amazon tomorrow night. Zig's son, the CEO of Zig Ziglar Corporation, is going to be on Amazon with me. And Tom's a buddy of mine. Julie Ziglar and Cindy Ziglar are friends of mine. They're incredible people. And I just look at it and I go, man, just blows my mind that I know these folks and I can call them friends. And I mean, I think even behind my back, they might say nice things about me even. But, I think like, and why? How did that happen? I can tell you how it happened partially. A lot of prayer for me to have the strength to overcome my insecurities, Victoria, oh my gosh. Yeah. Amazon Live with Ramey. If you go to kenwallslive.com, and I make sure everybody in Grow Live, by the way, I make sure they get the link. Tammy, I'm kidding. I don't show any, but there are a lot of privileges to being in the Grow Live Academy. I did speak it into existence with Brian Tracy. And if you knew what he charges per hour, he does paid podcasts. He doesn't do free podcasts. And if you knew, it's a lot. I mean, a lot. And I was like, oh my. But by the grace of God and the blessings and he's coming to mine. And I'm so grateful. And hopefully he likes me enough that maybe he will come to the Grow Life Academy. You never know. But anyway, and Tammy, take time out of the equation. See this little banner scrolling? growlive.academy. I even have a PayPal financing option on there. I think it's 6 months interest free, no payments or something. Like, it's crazy. It's $9.97. You come on. Tammy, you made that in your sleep last night. I know if you didn't, Daryl did. Look, Grow Live Academy. I've got some stuff coming up, some training coming up that especially for realtors. Anyway, I'm not getting into it, but I've got some training that I'm going to be adding to the Grow Live Academy. I'm looking at it over here on my screen. Warren Castle Jr., my goodness, dude, it has been a while. How in the world are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Wow. Tammy, let me see. Ken Walls, I got my first TikTok lead. You go, girl. I may pee a little. Ha ha. Shut the front door. Nail the window shut. I would be beyond. What? What are you talking? Oh, you mean if Brian Tracy came in? That would be crazy. Brian Tracy is going to be on my show January the 19th. Mind blowing to me. Thank you, Mark Victor Hansen, for making that happen. Thank you, my friend, if you're watching. I'm so grateful. And Mark Victor Hansen, I'm telling you, like I'm helping people get their books published with Mark Victor Hansen. It's unbelievable. If you want to talk about doing a book with Mark Victor Hansen, talk to me. I got you. There's a couple of people on here that I won't mention their names, but they may or may not be doing a book with the Mark Victor Hansen folks. And it's some exciting stuff happening. So, are you going to ask him if he has? Yeah, I'm going to say, hey, can you get that to me? So listen, Tammy Ann, I'm all right. You have 52 minutes until midnight on the East Coast to get signed up for the Grow Live Academy as a member, or I'm going to have every single person watching this. I'm going to give them your cell phone number, and everybody's going to call you and spam you for the next month. Every day. Who's in? Drop a 1 if you'll spam Tammy for me. Drop a 1. Oh, Tammy, I have your cell phone number. That's it. That's how we close this deal. We threatened to blow her phone up. Robert Brooker's like, I have an auto dialer. I'll do it. That's so funny. Oh, that's so awesome. Jamie, I'm so happy to hear that. I will. Oh my God. That's funny right there, Victoria. Oh my God. That is too funny. Woo. That brought some tears. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. She said, I'll post. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Tammy, can you imagine like getting 400 calls a day? Hey, yeah, I'm calling about the free puppies. Oh, that would be funny. Woo. Anyway, So Doug says, thanks, Victoria. For what? What did she do? What did she do? Lynn Serrano is in the house. We got Doug back. I think Doug probably left and he came back. Somebody tagged him, didn't they? Anyway, look, get it. Can you really think and grow rich? Get it. And then I'll tell you what, for anybody that joins the Grow Live Academy for the next 30 days, I'll send you a free copy of the book, no matter where you live. I don't care. Oh, you just start here. Okay, I just got here. Joe just got here. Oh, Doug was on the phone saying, Houston, we have a problem. Joe wants me to start over. Okay, so hey, how you guys doing tonight? Listen, I just want to come on here and I'm kidding. Anybody joins Grow Live Academy for the next 30 days will get a free copy, no matter where you live on planet Earth, of Can You Really Think and Grow Rich on me. I'll send it to your home address. You'll have to provide that. Plus, you get the other gifts, which I don't have sitting on my desk. But you get a beautiful what is it? Like it's almost like a Yeti mug, kind of, but it's way nicer. And it has the Grow Live Academy. It has all kinds of stuff on it. Plus, you get some brownies and a card and all this other stuff. That's right, Joe. Get Dub, which you do need to get Dub. That's what I'm going to be doing some training on, by the way, is Dub. It's freaking awesome. Get StreamYard.com for StreamYard. So look, procrastination is the number one killer of success. No, dude, it's I need to buy that one. Shopkenwalls.com. That's a great idea. I have kenwalls.shop. Yeah. I hope Tesla planes can glide when batteries run out, Jamie. Well, so Tesla planes are solar powered, right? They're going to be solar powered. And since they're up there above the clouds, you would think that being that much closer to the sun, I know he will. He said, I'm pretending to be Ken Walls. Yeah, you and a lot of other people. So, you would think though that the batteries, it would be self-charging, Doug. I said above the clouds, Doug. Above the clouds. Huh. Who needs a talk show? Who needs a talk? Who are you talking? Are you commenting to somebody else? Anyway, look, go sign up for Grow Live Academy. Take time out of the look. If you are not in the Grow Live Academy already, Ken Walls, you need a talk show. I have a talk show. It's called Breakthrough Walls. Oh, you mean like a real one on TV? Tell Mindy Dreyer that. Mindy, are you watching, Mindy? I don't know. I don't know that I want a talk show. I don't know if I'd want one. This is a real channel. Good grief. Look, growliveacademy.com is $1,497 a year or $49.97 for a lifetime license. If you go to growlive.academy, you can get it for $9.97. Network TV. Maybe someday. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know that I would fit in. I'm a horrible employee. I've tried it. I have tried. There is a genius among us. Thanks for noticing. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. There is. We're talking about Joe Ingram. He's the genius. We all just want to grow up and be Joe. So, look, I appreciate all of you. Tammy left. She's mad. She's mad at me because I said I'd give out her cell phone number. I still think it'd be funny to post. Could you you could do that to somebody that you no longer care for? And you could post their number and on Craigslist and say free puppies. But don't. Oh, Tammy's here. Okay. She's like, I'm just thinking. No, I think they with Craigslist, don't you have to verify? Look, she's like, do it. She's like, those are all people I can talk to about buying a house. So, don't they have to verify your phone number though? I thought they verified that or something. I don't know. Is Craigslist even still around? That's what Michael Jordan said. He wants to be like me. So everyone trying to be like Mike is really trying to be like me. There you go. I already knew that, dude. All roads, just so you know, all roads lead back to Joe. Everything. Craig's, you can just create a fake account. But can you put a fake phone or can somebody just put your phone number in there? Can they just put your phone number in there without verifying that they own the phone number? You can put anybody's phone number in there. Are you serious? Wow. McGurd. Squid Game had a real phone number of someone. What's that mean? What is Squid Game? That sounds gross. Squid Game? What is that? So anyway, I sell your car now for cheap. That is funny. What? People called what number? What are you talking about? I feel like we just made a left turn at Albuquerque. Are you serious? You are not serious right now. I haven't watched it, but some hit show on Netflix. Oh, is that the thing with the round thing in the face or whatever? Is that what you're talking about? Is that called Squid Game? That looks stupid. I mean, so stupid. I saw it on Netflix. Doug Wing, did you hear me talking about you coming to my house, man? It's freaking amazing. I'm so excited. This is going sideways fast. Hey, Victoria, you know why Lamborghini doesn't run television ads? Do you know why? I'll tell you before somebody types it in. Because people who can afford to buy Lamborghinis don't watch television. Just saying. Not judging. Just saying. Ken, please stop interrupting. Yes, we are going to do the Walls and Wing live Christmas show. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. We're going to do several live streams. I wonder if Ramey watches TV. I know he watches movies now and then. He referenced a couple of them. I would bet that he doesn't watch a lot of TV. Ah, damn it. Don't have a Lambo, which is why I watch TV. Look, I just don't spend a lot of time watching TV. I do shut down every night about midnight. and I sit down and I watch an hour of TV before I go to bed. But I've been watching Smallville. Who's seen Smallville with John Schneider? And John's a friend of mine. John Schneider, have you seen Smallville? Like, oh my gosh. It's taken me like I don't even know how long. It's such a good show. I was blown away by it. Oh my gosh, it is such a good show. Smallville freaking rocks. And I feel like I've been watching it forever now, and I'm only on season 7. It is so good. So I watch 1 or 1.5 episodes at night. No, you did not. Did you really? For real? Are you being for real? I mean, it is so good. Tom Wells is a prime rib slider. Who's Tom Wells? Is that what's his name? Superman? A prime rib slider. Oh my gosh, your mind. I don't watch TV, LOL. No, seriously, it's rare. I know. And look at how successful you and your hubby are. You guys are killing it. Sorry, Mrs. Jackson, I am for real. Sorry, Mrs. Jackson, I am for real. What? Tammy says, what's a prime rib slider? I learned a while back, don't if something comes out of Victoria's mouth, it can be scary asking what that means. I'm just being honest. It could be like, oh, because she'll tell you. She will not, she will not, she won't hold back. Okay. She'll just tell you, oh, I'm kidding. Victoria's awesome. I love Victoria. It's profound. What is a slot? Thank you, Mark Rodriguez. Mark Rodriguez, thank you, Mark. Ken is so white. What are you talking about? Ernie, you're out, huh? All right, brother. We'll see you. Never meant to make. All right, I'm lost now. I'm lost. You got I know Mrs. Jackson, I am for real. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, listen, I got to go because now it's just, I feel like I just crossed over into the land of confusion and I'm not getting stuck here. When you're in hell, stomp on the gas. If you're driving by hell, stomp on the gas. If you're not, if you're not making the impact in the world that you know you need to make, join the Grow Live Academy. We're going to learn you how to do that in a big way. All right, listen, I love you all. I know, Tammy, we took a big detour. It's a song. Might want to Google that. Okay, text it to me. You guys have a super awesome night. Go to growlive.academy. Get signed up tonight, Tammy. I want to see you in there. Let's do it. Somebody just sent it to me. Outcast? What's Outcast? All right, hey, I'm out. I'm Outcast. I don't know. I've heard of Outcast, but I don't think I've ever heard one of their songs, but maybe we'll see. Later, y'all.